I'm a Lakers fan, please help me by sharing the video, subscribing and giving it a like. Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt could be included in a trade for Malik Monk from the Sacramento Kings. Los Angeles has limited resources, so general manager Rob Pelinka should be looking for a deal like this. It allows the Lakers to get rid of Vondo's contract and Vincent's expiring contract in exchange for rotation pieces. Malik Monk would help solve their shooting problems. Malik Monk's return to Los Angeles would be a reunion that fans would love. The Los Angeles Lakers have spent much of the season searching for balance. At 19-9 and 4th in the West, they have leaned heavily on their stars, controlled games in stretches, and shown flashes of being able to score with anyone in the league. But consistency beyond the core has remained uneven, particularly when lineups turn to the bench or injuries force rotation changes. That tension has followed the Lakers through the first half of the season and continues to shape how the front office may approach the trade deadline. One familiar name has resurfaced as part of that conversation. Why Malik Monk is back on the radar. Malik Monk has not faded from relevance. If anything, his production has remained quietly strong. Now with the Sacramento Kings, Monk is shooting a career-high 41.4% from three while operating more frequently off the ball. The issue has not been efficiency. It has been opportunity. Sacramento's crowded backcourt and uneven rotation decisions have pushed Monk to the fringes despite his continued scoring punch. Recent reporting has indicated Monk is available, and that has reopened a door Lakers fans never fully closed. Monk's lone season in Los Angeles was one of the brighter offensive stretches the team had in recent years. He provided instant scoring, secondary playmaking, and lineup flexibility. His departure left a gap the Lakers have spent multiple seasons trying to patch together. With LeBron James approaching his 41st birthday and workload management becoming increasingly important, another self-creating scorer carries added weight. The Los Angeles Lakers and Sacramento Kings are engaged in talks surrounding guard Malik Monk, sources tell me. Monk is one of the most dynamic bench players in the league and the Lakers badly need bench help. The trade idea for the Lakers. One trade concept outlining that path was floated by Fansided's Tyler Watts, who proposed a reunion built around roster balance and financial alignment. In the framework, the Lakers would acquire Monk along with Devin Carter. Sacramento would take back Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. The structure works because it addresses priorities on both sides. The Kings would move on from Monk's long-term contract while resetting their rotation around younger pieces. The Lakers would convert expiring money and a defense-first role player into two guards who could stabilize bench units and absorb minutes when stars sit. Monk would immediately step into a familiar role as a second-unit scorer with the ability to scale up when needed. Carter, still early in his development, would bring perimeter defense and ball movement to a roster that values guard versatility. It is not a risk-free deal, but it is a measured one. How Monk fits this Lakers team. The appeal for the Lakers is simple. Monk gives them offense without needing the offense to be built around him. He spaces the floor. He creates advantages off the dribble, and thrives in moments when the game stalls. Those traits matter for a team that often relies on structure and star gravity to generate looks. Vanderbilt's defensive impact has been real, but his offensive limitations have narrowed lineup options. Vincent's contract provides flexibility, but his on-court impact has fluctuated. Monk addresses a problem the Lakers have not fully solved since he left. This is not about chasing upside. It is about stabilizing what already exists. The verdict for the Lakers. The Monk reunion idea reflects where the Lakers are right now. They are not positioned to chase blockbuster deals, and they do not have excess assets to burn. What they do have is a clear understanding of what the roster lacks. The trade targets those gaps directly. Scoring. Guard depth. Lineup flexibility. Whether the Lakers are comfortable taking on Monk's long-term money remains the key question. But as the deadline approaches, the type of move Los Angeles is willing to consider is becoming clearer. Familiar. Functional. And designed to make the roster easier to manage night to night. Lakers reinforcements could be on the way for Christmas Day Rockets clash. The Lakers announced a mixed bag of updates via the injury report for their upcoming Christmas Day game against the Rockets. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to face off against the Houston Rockets for the first time this season as part of the NBA's Christmas Day slate of games. While the Lakers have dealt with multiple injury issues early this season, they are set to possibly receive reinforcements via the team's latest injury report. While Luka Doncic reportedly was on track to return to the Lakers lineup against the Rockets on Christmas Day, he has officially been listed as questionable on the injury report. A final decision on his status likely won't come until right before the game. Doncic has been on a tear this season and has firmly planted his name in the conversation for the MVP award. He initially suffered the leg injury during the Lakers' loss to the LA Clippers last Saturday. He did not return to the game after halftime. But the Lakers should get Rui Hachimura back in the lineup as he was officially upgraded as probable on the injury report. Hachimura has been sidelined for the past 2 games, both Lakers losses, as he deals with a groin injury. Hachimura has been among the team's most consistent players, and is among the best in terms of playing off the Lakers' stars. Jackson Hayes is also listed as questionable for the Lakers game against the Rockets. Hayes re-aggravated a previous ankle injury during the team's recent loss to the Phoenix Suns. Gabe Vincent was the only player who has been ruled completely out for Christmas. Albeit losing to the Suns on Tuesday, the Lakers welcomed both Austin Reaves and DeAndre Ayton back in the lineup. Reaves had been out due to a calf injury, and Ayton was nursing an elbow injury. Following the loss to the Suns, Lakers head coach J.J. Redick promised that the team would have the right mentality against the Rockets. Marcus Smart, Lakers need to fix defense before it's too late. The defensive issues for the Los Angeles Lakers seem to be getting worse as the season goes on. After Tuesday night's blowout loss to the Phoenix Suns, the Lakers are 4-5 in their last 9 games. In those 5 losses, the Lakers are giving up over 123 points per game and losing by an average of 18 points. Coming into the season, the Lakers' ability to defend at a high level was the biggest concern, and while they have had some moments where they've held their own, things have been slipping as of late. And veteran Marcus Smart did not mince words when discussing it after the latest loss. The former Defensive Player of the Year was open about how bad the defense has been and put the onus on the players to fix it before it's too late, via Dave McMenamin of ESPN. "We doing S," Smart said. "We're being real Ty right now, and it's showing. Every team goes through it trying to figure it out. You just pray that it happens early and we can fix it before it's too late. But yeah, there's really no defense, no scheme we can do when we're giving up offensive rebounds in crucial moments like we are, or guys are getting wherever they want on the court. And there's no help, there's no resistance, there's no urgency. So, it's tough." And JJ is right. There's really nothing he can do. It's on us. There is no sugarcoating the defensive issues that have plagued the Lakers as of late. They are struggling at all levels, being unable to contain at the point of attack, being slow or flat-out missing rotations, and clearing the glass if they do force a miss. The Suns shot 59% from the field while also grabbing 12 offensive rebounds on the few times they did miss. When things are that bad, there is just no way to win the game. The good news is that Smart and the rest of the Lakers aren't pointing fingers and putting the blame on themselves. Now they need to figure out how to fix these issues before the season spirals downhill. J.J. Redick sends firm reminder to Rob Pelinka ahead of trade deadline. The LA Lakers dropped back-to-back games for the first time this season, a surprising turn given how disjointed their defense has looked for weeks. The Phoenix Suns exploited those lapses once again, prompting J.J. Redick to speak with unfiltered honesty. He called for real change, stressing that a polished offense alone will not suffice. The message was aimed at players and Rob Pelinka alike. In tonight's 132-108 loss to the Suns, Redick felt he ran out of defensive options to contain the Suns. But energy is the primary demand for his schemes to work. When asked whether the team consists of individuals who can generally play hard every game, the Lakers head coach gave a concerning response. Redick was straightforward and said, "No." His ask underscored the need for a particular profile of players the Lakers currently don't have. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves aren't expected to be ball hounds. That's upon Rob Pelinka to surround the backcourt with wings who are defensively sharp. The Lakers can't expect Dalton Knecht or Maxi Kleber to be those plays. Not having the right personnel leaves Redick helpless. He tried a variety of defensive schemes tonight. Through all those different looks, the Suns shot 58.8% from the field and almost 42% from beyond the arc. I think the theme with our team again is like these young teams that move, we just can't move, JJ Redick said. So it's like we're stuck in mud. Zone didn't work. And then we went to a 15 in the second half. 1 through 5 switching, that didn't work. So at that point, you're out of options. The problem is the market doesn't have any viable 3 and D options. The Pelicans' Herb Jones and Trey Murphy could both cost a fortune. Keon Ellis is drawing attention from multiple teams, turning it into a power battle. With just one first-round pick to offer, the purple and gold can't fit the high demands teams will set for such players. Unless the Lakers front office is willing to make a huge sacrifice in hopes of improving the team, there aren't any attractive prospects. At this time, it's the players who need to start taking accountability for the situation. And it seems that's beginning to take shape. A veteran's voice resonates with the Lakers' growing concerns. The Lakers are facing adversity, but Marcus Smart feels it's all down to what the players do on the floor. The former Celtics point guard and a defensive savant feels that coaches are doing their job of preparing the players. However, it's not being reciprocated with their execution on the hardwood. There's really no defense, no scheme we can do when we're giving up offensive rebounds in crucial moments like we are, or guys are getting wherever they want on the court. And there's no help, there's no resistance, there's no urgency, Smart said. That's the kind of leadership that's required right now. Because defense ultimately comes down to the effort a team can display as a collective. Currently, that's what seems to be lacking for the Lakers. They rank 21st in steals and 27th in blocked shots. If those are shallow metrics, the Lakers also contest the third fewest shots in the NBA. That all boils down to how the players approach the other side of the floor. Even if a ball hawk like Jared Vanderbilt is deployed, the team still needs to play with energy and compete defensively. So the Lakers have players who can do that? Rui Hachimura is criticized, but he possesses the physical gifts. Gabe Vincent also applies pressure on the ball, averaging 1.9 deflections, the 5th highest for the Lakers. But unless the Lakers can rally behind such players, their defensive potential could remain subdued. All 5 players have to be in fine tune to have a successful defensive effort. A strong voice in the locker room, like Smart's, could hopefully signal the need for playing together. Until that happens, teams might most likely keep exploiting the Lakers' unenthusiastic defensive effort. Do you think the Lakers need to make a trade or just start playing together? Let us know your views in the comments below. Lakers' bewildering coach decision already haunting JJ Redick. The Lakers started who? With Thunder to Luke Classique. The Los Angeles Lakers surprisingly started Nick Smith Jr. with Luka Doncic out on Tuesday night against the Suns, and it immediately backfired on head coach JJ Redick in the 132-108 loss to Phoenix. Austin Reeves returned after missing 3 straight games with a calf injury. Redick brought AR off the bench because he was on a minute limit. With Rui Hachimura and Gabe Vincent also out, Redick had to get creative. Jake LaRavia, Marcus Smart, and Smith Jr. joined LeBron James and DeAndre Ayton in the starting 5. That meant the two-way guard began the game over Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Adu Thiero, and Bronny James. The same guard that was waived by the rebuilding Hornets in September was starting for the Lakers on Tuesday night. He offers youth and scoring punch, but his efficiency and defense are problems. Smith Jr. played 111 games in his first 2 NBA seasons in Charlotte. He produced a negative 2.0 value over replacement player, VORP, and a negative win shares per 48 minutes with the Hornets. The 21-year-old did not make a massive leap overnight. Playing Smith Jr. is a problem, and Coach Redick quickly found out why on Tuesday night in Phoenix. Lakers' baffling decision to start Nick Smith Jr. backfires. Redick clearly doesn't trust Jared Vanderbilt or Dalton Knecht. The former first-round pick may be playing his way off the Lakers as his struggles continued against the Suns. With 3 other role players out, the head coach had to get creative. His choice was Smith Jr., but he forgot an important piece of the equation. He wanted a guard to start next to Marcus Smart, but Smith Jr. struggles mightily on defense. They would have been better off going with Vondo or Aduthiero to give them someone to stop Devin Booker and Colin Gillespie. Smith Jr. wasn't the go-to-bucket getter, so he was playing outside his comfort zone on both ends of the floor. That quickly turned into a problem that the Lakers couldn't solve. The result was a blowout win for the Suns on their home floor. Smith Jr. finished with 12 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers in 28 minutes of action. He made 5 of his 11 field goal attempts, but had just 2 points before garbage time. The Lakers were outscored by 9 with him on the floor, and there were no positives from his first start with the Lakers. The 21-year-old is not the answer for a contending team. He is shooting below 40% from the field for his career and offers little besides scoring. Reserve bucket getters are not being valued league-wide, and Smith Jr. hasn't reached his prime. His defense and inefficiency will sink Los Angeles whenever they rely on him for a significant role. The Los Angeles Lakers made a grave mistake in starting Nick Smith Jr. against the Suns. It led to atrocious defense and a blowout loss. There were several reasons the Hornets gave up on the former first-round draft pick before his rookie contract expired. Lakers fans found out exactly why in Tuesday's loss. Hopefully, Redick learned his lesson and won't make it again. J.J. Redick targets unnamed Lakers player after Suns loss. During his impassioned rant about the Los Angeles Lakers' defensive struggles on Tuesday, head coach J.J. Redick targeted one unnamed player for not paying attention to schemes and being unaware of particular defensive terms. "We had a guy the other day who hasn't played a lot who didn't know what a flood was in the middle of a game," Redick said when asked about the Lakers' inability to execute team defense. "So, clearly, when not healthy, we have room to grow in that area." The act of flooding the strong side of the court is a strategy where an extra defender is sent to the area with the ball handler and multiple offensive players, aiming to clog the space, force a pass or shrink the floor to stop dribble penetration, per fast model. Who is the unnamed Lakers player? Considering that Redick said the unnamed player hasn't played a lot, one wonders if he was referring to either Nick Smith Jr., Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht or even Bronny James. Redick also followed up his comments by suggesting that the player in question may not get as much playing time when the team is healthy again. The Lakers were without Luka Doncic, calf contusion, Rui Hachimura, groin, and Gabe Vincent, back, on Tuesday, after being without Austin Reeves for 3 games and starting center DeAndre Ayton for 2 games. As such, his rotation patterns have been erratic, leading to miscommunications on defense and failure to implement schemes. J.J. Redick rips Lakers. After his team gave up 132 points to the Phoenix Suns on Tuesday, including a staggering 62 points in the paint, Redick called out his team for either not paying attention to team meetings or simply not caring enough to give effort. "We practice this stuff enough," Redick said of the defensive principles, via ESPN's Dave McMenamin. "We review this stuff enough. We show film on this stuff enough that to me, it comes down to just making the choice. It's making the choice. There are shortcuts you can take or you can do the hard thing and you can make the second effort or you can sprint back or you can't. It's just a choice. And there's a million choices in a game, and you're very likely not going to make every choice correctly. But can you make the vast majority of them correctly? It gives you a chance to win." Former Defensive Player of the Year Marcus Smart, who continues to be the Lakers' only bright light on defense, ripped his teammates as well. "We doing S," Smart said of the Lakers' defense, via ESPN. "We're being real S-tie right now, and it's showing. Every team goes through it trying to figure it out. You just pray that it happens early and we can fix it before it's too late." But yeah, there's really no defense, no scheme we can do when we're giving up offensive rebounds in crucial moments like we are, or guys are getting wherever they want on the court. And there's no help, there's no resistance, there's no urgency. So, it's tough. And JJ is right. There's really nothing he can do. It's on us.